This Hangout Air is on live, not live. It's on live tonight, folks. What's going on is Mr. Aaron from the House of Aaron, one of the middle class millionaires. So, welcome back to another Hangout. And we have our brother Dawkins G on the line. Say what's up to the people.
What's up, everybody? This is G from Residual Networks. Welcome to the Middle Class Millionaires Office Hour.
There we go. So, as you know, we've been doing proof progress results, but we are evolving as we're supposed to when you start getting in front of the camera. And we evolved to asking ourselves some thought provoking questions. And the question is let's see, the question for tonight will be: do you qualify to make money online? Not just do you qualify, also how do you qualify someone? So we have two versions of the question. Uh, One, if you have to ask yourself, do I qualify? And two, if you are already in the business, how do you qualify someone else? So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm about to share my screen, track my proof progress results while we have open conversation here. And I can tell you that I still feel like an amateur. I'm gonna just open it up. I still feel like an amateur, and that's why I'm asking this question because of the fact that I hope we get some good comments on this topic because I still feel like an amateur. I feel like I'm hounding people as opposed to just questioning them and letting them say, "Hey, this what you want to do. This what it is, uh, or this what I want you to do." I feel like I'm pressing them on to do it as opposed to because you see this. I'm just gonna show you guys. Like these cards, I don't do them real passive. I do some passive. Let me open one up. I do some unpassive, and then I do some other ones pretty aggressive, and then I do some passive aggressive movements with my drop cards. You see the three levels. So if you can see this, the camera focus, focus, man. Bright lights,
It's a little bright.
yeah. Little flashy lights. It's shining. It's gleaming. But it has my links and stuff on there. There it is. You can tell it's a $20 bill. Yeah, I need to flatten one of them out with the words up because people look at me funny when I pull this out my pocket. But it's also attached to my wallet that has some things. So I put this in the same side. If I pull out my wallet, I pull out one of these. So I tell people if I'm gonna spend cash in your establishment, guess what? You want to take one of these. So when I pull my money out or pull my debit card out, they're gonna get one of my cards. Not a tip, but a card. But it could be considered a tip. And how can you do that with your money? So like I said, I feel like an amateur doing that, and I want to be able to have highly qualified people join my team that my team don't grow that it doesn't go stagnant, or I don't have to carry someone else along, pull them along, and help them build their team when they should already have a drive and motivation. I mean, we're here to build together. Everyone should have a common purpose, common goal. Uh, People get deleted off the list for that, or they, if I feel like they have the potential, I'll try to let them take their baby steps as long as I see them making progressions and not just standing there saying, "Where my money?" You can't get the money standing still because money not standing still. It's called currency for a reason. It's flowing. Dawkins G, I'm talking already too much, and I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and start sharing the screen.
Nah, man. I would say keep it going. Um, Definitely, in any organization, in any business, you you want to qualify prospects, but prospecting is something that I I feel like I've grown from, not necessarily giving up on, but I recognize the difference between prospecting and marketing. And when you are prospecting, though, there's a particular individual that you are presenting your business to. You're making a pitch whether it be an elevator pitch, whether it be a full presentation. Um, but you don't want to be wasting your time. So there's actually some things that you need to do prior to, or some things that you need to keep in mind when you are prospecting. Um, Before you think about presenting your opportunity or product or whatever, uh, what I like to do, or what the ideal situation would be, is to listen. Sometimes people don't need the product that you're about to offer them, which is common, or can happen. Um, Actually, you may want to listen for what it is they actually do need, to see if you are even going to be able to meet that need, if you know how to get beyond the obstacle that they're experiencing at the current moment.
And that's what
Um,
we call focusing on the pain points.
a lot of times it's timing. You have a great business opportunity, but it's the wrong time in their life for them. It may be the wrong time in their pay cycle. A lot of people working jobs get paid every 2 weeks. Here you come with your presentation in between checks. So yeah, they would love to respond to you. You're gonna have to schedule something in the future with them, but they're not ready to participate right now. That happens quite often.
That wasn't me loving. I don't know. That wasn't me. Is everybody still there? He went on mute. He had some loving music come on. So I see Mr. Sharifa join us. If he could come out, say hi. What's up to everybody?
Good evening, everyone. How you doing tonight?
So
My
to
fault.
catch
Yeah,
Mr. Sharif up real fast, while I dog, oh,
Sharif.
there you go. He was loving. I heard the loving music come on. But we're talking about do you qualify versus how do you qualify someone to join your business. So we're trying to get people to look into themselves and say, do I qualify to make money online? Absolutely, anyone can, but it depends on if they want to do so. And then you also have the question of how do you qualify someone to join your team based off the fact that you're trying to grow a team that's going to have growth and not stall out.
Yeah, and I also have a residual networks quote of the day. It's about, being, trying to be inspirational, things like that. But the quote goes something like this: if you want to be free from your 9 to 5, be prepared to hustle 24/7. There's a lot of people in the rat race. There's a lot of people that want financial freedom. Um, and if these are legitimate desires for you, then it should show forth in your behavior. And please know that if you're not on a job, then you are the job. And it's a lifestyle. Um, your work, your time, your energy needs to be directed. You need to have a purpose. It's not just about getting up and being able to do whatever you want to do. It's not about presenting an opportunity or product that you have a passion for. Of course, that's a good thing, that if you're doing something that you do have a passion for, um, it'll be easier for you to stick around when times get tough. But you also want to be selling a product or presenting an opportunity that people want or need, that they can respond to. Um, so you're looking for like-minded people. You're looking for people who are interested in what you have to offer. That's why I prefer marketing over prospecting. But if you're seeking out individuals, what kind of individuals are you seeking out? Have you even defined a target audience yet? Have you even defined the perfect prospect? One of the things we talk about is we want somebody who's hungry. Well, hungry is just a matter of having a definite desire. And if you have a definite desire, we can teach you, we can train you, we can show you step by step how to achieve those goals. But we can't give you the desire, the hunger to want to hold a hangout every night between 11 and 12, to show up consistently. We can't give you the desire to set up meetings with other entrepreneurs and other marketers in order to hash out some deals or even listen to other presentations to determine what you can add to your portfolio. To constantly go over the opportunities that you are involved in to determine if it's time to put an opportunity on the back burner or even eliminate something out of your portfolio. Like these are the type of maintenance things that you're going to have to do constantly, and we can't make you hungry enough to stay on top of your game, basically. It is your business. You need to take ownership of that, and you need to treat it as though it is a real business. To give you that perspective, the proper mindset. We can talk all day, but I'm only responsible for what I say. I'm not responsible for what you understand. Mr. Sharif, did you want to talk about qualifying prospects?
So I guess I'll start by saying, for me, it's a pretty. I look for three simple qualities in a person, and it's the same qualities I hope that I have in myself. And one is that my mind is open to learning something new. I don't pretend to know everything. I know that the only constant in life is change. So if life is constantly changing, then you have to be open to looking at new ideals and opportunities. So when I look to work with a person, I first want to know if they're even open to seeing what I'm offering, the opportunity or the business or the product. How open are you to it? The second thing is, does the person have vision? Can they see? And I know every night I talk about vision, but can they see? Do they have enough vision to see where what the possibilities are for themselves and for helping others in the opportunity? And then the third thing is, and this was the quote that Mr. Aaron's put up today. It's one of my favorite: patience and perseverance. Patience and perseverance, because you're going to have to persevere through some things each and every day. And if you can persevere and you're open to change and your mind is open to learning, then that qualifies you. The other things are the nuts and the bolts of the daily grind of learning the business, learning your craft. But if your mind is open, then you can learn your craft. Tonight, I picked up a new skill. I worked with a team. We meet every Wednesday, and I came and I was like, I need to learn how to do this. Every day, I see Mr. Aaron showing his proof and progress, and I was like, I need to learn how to do screenshots. Now, it seems very simple to do screenshots, but if it's something that you haven't done, it's a skill that you have to acquire. Because I'm looking at Mr. Dawkins G. I'm seeing him post proof and progress. I'm looking at Mr. Aaron's, and I'm like, I'm a middle class millionaire. I got to post my proof and progress. So I had to go and learn to do what's necessary to get that skill set. Now, I could have sat back and said, oh, I don't have that skill. Let me just keep talking about it. But that's not what a person that's open to learning and being qualified does. They do what works. They learn what works. So again, to be qualified for me, it's the same thing I look at myself. Be open to change, have an open mind to learn new things, and persevere. That's what I want to add right now.
Yes, sir. You touched on something very, very important. I mean, we kind of dance around some of these things, but I know how difficult it is to be a solopreneur. You do feel like you're on your own sometimes, and if you don't have a team, if you don't have a mentor, then you really are on your own, and there's an overwhelming amount of information to take in, an incredible number of skills that you will find yourself in need of, from building websites to trying to generate traffic to creating information products to trying to put funnels together. And you have people who offer you, shortcuts around all of these different things, provide services for you. Um, but a lot of times you're gonna have to pay for that. We offer free training, but of course there are objectives. We can't spend all of our time training you for free because we have our own business opportunities to work on, and we have our own audiences to present things to and questions to answer, things like that. But we also feel it's a necessary part of our business to be able to give to people who don't have. And if I'm not giving you money, I need to give you value. There's a difference between the price of a thing and the value of a thing. Um, when I'm qualifying a prospect, or if I do have a prospect, I rarely have prospects. I have people calling me to find out more information about whatever opportunity I'm offering. But to qualify a prospect, you have to be have a certain hunger. I'm not talking about necessarily a level of intelligence, but that's necessary. Um, I also want to talk to people or deal with people who have a professional appearance, professional demeanor. Of course, this is an internet-based business and internet opportunities. So you're going to have to speak well. You're going to have to be comfortable on camera. A lot of people don't have that, or they feel they don't have that. You have to be able to confront your fears. For a long time, there were people who are afraid to be on camera, afraid to be broadcast to large numbers of people. Um, you have to get over that. That's just the long and short of it. Practice. You'd be surprised. I know you probably feel funny, um, but if you have a particular lesson plan, if you have a training video that you're about to do, you need to write that script out, make you some bullet points, make you an outline, and you need to go over it in the mirror. You need to talk to yourself so you can see what you're going to look like on camera. A lot of people don't know, and there's some terrible videos out there with some very good information. That makes sense?
Yes, sir.
Terrible videos with great information. And then the opposite is also true. You have very polished, professional videos. They got music and links to, their other products and other videos. But they're not talking about anything. They're not giving you any value. They're just selling you their opportunity of the day. So just be mindful of what you're taking in, the leaders you choose to follow, determine your destination, and be on the lookout for people who are just trying to get you to join, and they're really not going to help you any further after that.
And I don't tend to prospect as much as I intend to have conversations with people. I have conversations with people daily, and to me, it's just getting to know them getting to know me, building a relationship. And if we're like-minded or we have similar goals or similar um, aspirations, then we talk about business. And it's a back and forth, like you said. It's a sharing of information. That's why I love the team millionaire, middle class millionaires, because hey, I heard about this. What do you think about this? What are the positives? What are the negatives? How do you think this fits in? Does it fit in? It's more than just me trying to figure out this thing by myself. So, and I think that's
I put up a post today on social media because I heard some news that there were some people who were irritated with me, or I post a lot of different things on social media, but a lot of it are business opportunities. And I heard that some of my friends were irritated with that. So I immediately asked them to unfriend me. Now listen, I'm not insensitive to the emotions. I'm still a human being. I still know what it's like not to have multiple income streams, or I remember what it was like anyway. But here's the thing. If my business presentations are upsetting my broke friends, either you need to stop being broke or I need new friends. I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings, but you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. I'm trying to find 5 multimillionaires to hang out with every day. And if I can't meet them, then I need to make them out of the friends that I currently have. And if your personality is all about money, if all you're trying to do is get, personally, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You just need 5 other friends that are on the same mission as you. If you're about giving, then you need to find 5 friends that are on the same mission as you. It's not rocket science. It sounds very simple, but we're friends with people because we have things in common. And when I was broke, all my friends were broke, and broke is normal because we don't know anything else. We play video games all night and make absolutely $0. Well, I grew up from that, put the video games down. I picked up some new games, and these games are returning $100 a day, some of them even more. So just be mindful that when you do make that change, it is very possible you're going to lose some friends, and now you're going to have to evaluate, prospect your friends to see if they're in the same mindset as you.
Well,
And I see. I'm
we've
sorry
been on
that
since
that beyond
11:26.
push kind of made me quiet real quick. I'm sorry.
Right, we've been on since 11:26, and one of the opportunities that we talk about is beyond push. And when people try to see if they qualify, they also want to know what makes our opportunity qualify. Now, it's been stuck on this thing since I took a picture of it. I don't know how many minutes ago, but we've been on since 11:26. Now let's just see. You can see it says total 547, 16 152. I actually took a picture of that too, just to see what happens in this short a bit of time. And it's almost everybody's bedtime where we at 12 o'clock. All right, just wanted to check. You know, you gotta check sometimes because when you're doing this, when you're doing stuff like this, sometimes the numbers change.
People
And
are
it's
joining while you're talking.
right. So I kept that picture 16 152 94 547. We're gonna keep checking it every once in a while to see what happens. Let's continue on. Uh, qualifying folks and also disqualifying folks now, as you can hear from the conversation, that we also going to be disqualifying people as you're just not ready. You're not prepared for this. You're not looking for this. It's all right. Just hit me up when you don't hit me up for money, but hit me up when you ready to make that decision to come to the other side.
Well, there's another problem that comes along if you are adding a lot of people to your organization, only to find out they're not ready. Your growth will stall out in your team. I'm sure everybody in the middle class millionaires has experienced that, where people have joined you in opportunities, or you even paid for other people to join you in opportunities, and they do absolutely nothing. Well, how to avoid that? You find somebody who's hungry, and you find out what they need. You have to listen to them. When you provide them their needs, you tell them, set goals for yourself, and if those goals are aggressive enough, or you want to push them, this is about mentoring people, um, and pushing them probably beyond the limits that they thought they had. I know when certain opportunities that I started, um, I saw the compensation plans, I saw the product that I could make use of, and I saw financial freedom. I'm thinking in 3 weeks we're gonna make $25,000, and 3 weeks later it didn't happen. Now you have a decision to make. Are you going to continue? Are you going to stick with it? Are you that kind of person who can, continue to work on an opportunity, continue to present an opportunity, to say the same presentation over the same slides over and over and over again to a bunch of different faces and still keep it interesting? We drive back and forth to business opportunity meetings. You're going to hotels to sit under these multimillionaires and watch them do presentations. If that's not you, then you need to use them. Allow them to do the presentations and bring your people to those presentations. Otherwise, you need to start learning that script, get your microphone, get in your own hotel ballroom, and do your presentations to your own people. Like, at what point do you take ownership of your business and take it to the next level? At what point do you have your own Google Hangouts and invite us? At what point do you, take responsibility for your own results? We can talk and talk and talk, but we're still, I'm in my living room, Mr. Sharif in his living room, Mr. Aaron's in the daycare, and you can see on the board right behind him, middle class millionaires. That's like a beacon to me. Every night we get on this office hour, you need to put things in front of you that's going to remind you of your goals, remind you of your direction. I don't know how to make people hungry. You kind of have to have that yourself. But we do know how to meet needs. We had certain things that we needed to get done, and we're still learning. We're all learning. We're becoming experts. There's certain things I am an expert in. If you need a WordPress site, you can message me, Dawkins G, on Facebook. But I gotta stick my plugs in there.
Right.
But
3 hours, $150.
Right. But there are so many different skills, and there are things that you are already good at. Evaluate. You have to evaluate yourself. That's why I love the Dream to Reality Academy. Shout out to Mr. Sharif, because it begins with the Entrepreneur's Aptitude Test, and I'm going to mention that probably every time we get on the office hour, because I think it's absolutely necessary. You'll never know where you're going if you don't know where you are. How are you going to pick a new direction?
There's going to be a link up soon for the EAT program.
That's right. That's the Entrepreneur's Aptitude Test. We're going to copyright and trademark and whatever. Look at the date on this Google Hangout. We already claim ownership of that. Don't try to. But a lot of people have no idea what questions to ask in order to evaluate somebody's readiness for entrepreneurship. So I think we kind of have the inside track on that. But it's absolutely necessary for you to evaluate yourself, and there's several different areas. About 8 of them I can think of off the top of my head, and there's probably 2 more that we'll add later. Me and Mr. Sharif need to sit down and work that out. But once you have a picture of yourself and your entrepreneurial readiness, that's going to determine what opportunities you should try. See what kind of results you get. If you feel like, yeah, man, I can talk to anybody. Okay, talking is fine. How fast do you learn? Because you can't just say anything you want to say, and you can't say anything that's going to soil the brand or say anything illegal to people when you're presenting opportunities. So it's not just freestyling. You actually have to, there's certain words you can't use in certain opportunity presentations. It's not an investment opportunity. So when you say, well, if you invest this much, you're going to get 150% return on your investment. And you're going to immediately get your account closed down because this is not an investment opportunity. You're purchasing advertising package. Things like that, little nuances and things to every program. You have to be careful. Of course, I don't want you to be afraid to talk. So there has to be some balance. And usually, what helps you with that, if you're a very loquacious person like myself, is education. And once you know, learn your product. Be a product of the product. You have to use it. I can't sell you any cologne if I've never put it on. I'm gonna tell you whether it smells good or not. I've never smelled it before. I've never seen the bottle before. It just that may be a bad example, but learning is very important to people who are not afraid to speak. And then for the people who are afraid to speak, learning is important, but now it's practice, and that'll help you come out of that cocoon. You've done it 100 times in the mirror. First time in front of the camera, no, it's not going to be great. Your second time may not be great. But if you keep at it, we get better and better. Go ahead, Mr. Aaron. I'm sorry.
I think I'm about 70. I don't know how many videos deep I'm in, but I was afraid to do videos for quite some time, and I just said forget it. I just dropped it and was like, look, I don't care how bad it looked. I did it on the I did it on two cell phones ago. I grabbed the old phone and went and did it. It was like, look, I'm just going to do this, upload it because of the fact that I know it had to be done. It's something I had to jump. I had to jump that hurdle. I mean, that's what all of us are doing right now. We're jumping the hurdles and saying, look, we gotta get here. We gotta go into the next thing. I see some screen sharing going on. So I'm going to make the camera go over there because we want to look over the shoulder too. We want to know what money is going in for this opportunity right here because we didn't seen we didn't seen the other cameras, but this is where it's at. I mean, this is the real deal. We talking about every single day putting in some kind of work, moving forward in your business, moving forward in yourself. So whenever you want to talk about, as our brother talked about investing, not talk about investing in the programs. We always talking about investing in yourself because my brick and mortar business of a daycare, the daycare business is totally different from internet business. But guess what? Internet business and daycare business run neck and neck based off the fact that the skills that I learn, the skills that I'm gaining, the skills that I see could go across in all avenues of my life. Learning how to do social media well can help me do better at social media for the daycare, bringing exposure to what I need for the daycare. Learn how to do social media well also helps. Uh, I can help other organizations. I mean, I could go to churches, I could go to businesses and say, look, y'all want a social presence? I know how to do it now. Like it's a skill that I have, a skill that I could recreate for someone else. I could walk into somebody's store. If the store, I could say, look, we could have a big sale right here at your Taco Bell or whatever it is you're going to be at. I just put it on Periscope, or I just blast it out to Baltimore City. Or I just put it on the big mouth people that I know that's in the city that has pages. I put it on those big pages. I put it on one of those Baltimore City pages. Guess what's going to happen? Someone's going to walk inside your establishment because I could do it locally. I could do it a Periscope. I could get somebody all the way in Italy to come watch a Periscope. It's just that simple. Periscope, YouTube videos, any of that stuff, we could tap into any market based off the fact that we learning the skills here on internet marketing to be able to take you to any business, any market that you want. You have value learning the basic skills, and that will make you qualify not just for making money online, but making money offline. I'm talking about business to business, what we call B2B. Some people call it belly to belly. We going, you could go all the way in. You just walk into a place and like, look, I got something for y'all. I looked at your website. This is flawed. This is flawed. This is not going. This is not helping. How much are y'all paying this person to do this for you? It's a mess. And if you seeing stuff that's a mess at another business, guess what? You're gonna learn the skills right here with the middle class millionaires to be able to go into a business and say, here you go. I already made it for you. It's here. Look, your what was it? Your website wasn't mobile ready. I made you a mobile ready website. Here goes your menu. Somebody could order it up, to come pick it up now. And they could order the order up, and you could get delivery. You could get the delivery from order up. So it's like you could evolve any business out there. Once you learn the skills, I'm not sure if you watching this video, you probably into business, and if you're into business, I'm sure you watching CNBC because you're addicted to TV. If you're addicted to TV, you watching Shark Tank, The Profit, Restaurant Startup. You watching the whole lineup. If you watch The Profit with Marcus Lemonis do, He could go in any business and recreate that business and help that business become profitable because he has the skills. You too can have the skills. Mr. Sharif, you look like you want to get in there. You want to get in there?
No, I'm just listening, taking it all in. And it is about developing a skill set. Every day getting better. Every day developing a skill set. That's something that makes you qualified. I think qualification comes. You're qualified as soon as you make a decision. The first thing to be qualified is to make that decision that you want to go into business. That's the qualification. That's the number one quality. Once you make a decision, then the second qualification is to take action. So you made a decision, you take action to join the business or the opportunity, and then the third qualification is you learn the skill set necessary to be successful in the business. If you can do those three things, you are a qualified person. Make a decision, take action, and learn the skill set.
And I absolutely agree. There's something else I would add to that, because a good employee knows what to do, but your boss knows why you're doing it. And that's another reason why a lot of these network marketing presentations and trainings start off with asking you to find your why, to define your why. Write it down, make it a part of your story. Because why you're participating in business as opposed to getting a traditional job is a part of your motivation. Why you're doing this thing will help you understand why you're staying up until after midnight on a Google Hangout when you could be asleep in your bed. You gotta go to work tomorrow, and you know the rest of your family is already asleep, and you are putting in these extra moments in order to try and increase your income, increase your sphere of influence, your internet presence. You're going after very specific things, and there's a purpose. And the reason why we talk to you like this is because I don't hear anybody else giving you this type of stuff. Very few. And there's some gurus out there who will give you value like this, but it's going to cost you an arm and a leg. Oh, yeah, they know it, and they'll give it to you, but you're going to have to pay for that.
Yeah. That's powerful. I mean, that's how people do it. When you take your skill. Some people could freely give it because they're expecting it to be reciprocated. Some people just say, "Look, that term, you can see it. If you go register to get an EIN number or whatever with the IRS, it's gonna say, oh, what are you? Consultant. Consultant means you could. That means you could pretty much say and do whatever and get paid for it." So,
yeah. And consultancy goes across any industry. So whatever you went to school for, a lot of times people spend 4 years and all this money on tuition to get these degrees, and they're not even working in the field. Hold on, let me stop this guy. They're not even working in the field that they got the degree in. Did you really spend 4 years and $600,000 to be packing and loading trucks in the back of Sam's Club? Nothing against Sam's Club, nothing against the people that work at Sam's Club, but you got a degree in psychology. What are you doing working at the back of Sam's Club? Well, that was the job that was available. A man will do whatever he has to do in order to feed his family. Well, let's redirect your energies, get you out of the back of Sam's Club, and have you live in a laptop lifestyle where you can be on the cruise with us, surfing your websites, because it's 12 midnight back here, but it's 12 noon on the other side of the world, and we on the boat with some champagne and some surfing the web, looking at ads and things like that, talking about how we're going to invest the money that we're making in other ventures to help other people, and in order to draw more people into this financial freedom, the people who have the courage to take action are the ones who be with us. You're still watching Google Hangouts and you haven't joined the business, or you've joined and you haven't invested any of your finances because you're afraid you're going to lose your money. You're absolutely right, and you need to quit now before you lose any more money. Meanwhile, the people who are going to invest, you got three leaders here. We got a couple other middle class millionaires that aren't on the Google Hangout tonight. Those are the teams you join. Listen to the directions that they give you. They'll tell you exactly where to put your money so you can get it back as fast as possible, plus more. That's what we do.
I appreciate that. So as you can see, it's 12:13. We all in the opportunity that we are going to watch our ads right now. As we know that we hear some ads are already being watched, and we
Sorry.
congratulate View on Push for making the opportunity for people that they don't have to watch ads.
Right.
So we're going to begin and, well, no, we're going to end. So it's time for everybody to say goodbye so we can begin to watch our ads, and we're going to have a good prosperous night for a good prosperous day. So let's say goodbye to them, fellas.
Yeah, this is G from Residual Networks, and always remember the order goes like this: learn, then lead, then leverage. We'll see you. Good night and good morning.
And this is Mr. Sharif from Dream to Reality Academy, where we educate, execute, and earn. Good night.
And this is Mr. Aaron from the House of Aaron, reminding you to be confident, be smart, be fruitful, and multiply. When you start, don't stop. Be consistent and achieve your goals. So this one last thing before we go. Hey, Dr. Dre, I don't know what he's the doctor of, but his degree is in money as of right now, based off what the beats do. He took his skill, he gave himself a title, and that's what we're telling you here. You're what's missing from the middle class millionaires, because look, none of us threw out the name of founder or owner or anything like that. What we did, we told you, come and claim the name middle class millionaire. Become one of us. Become a middle class millionaire. You could give. Hey, when I talk to somebody, I'm a senior executive or whatever I want to be. I could be any of those titles. I could be. I was in the mailroom last week because I was in the mailroom last week. I was in the mailroom a couple hours ago picking up the mail from my mailbox.
Right.
So,
and again tomorrow. Right.
And tomorrow I'll be back in the mailroom, and then I'll be back to executive status once we get on the call at 11 o'clock. So, like I said, folks, good night and good morning, and we'll see you on the next call.